Welcome to the game 2 producer. Ever since I've working, it started being, well, steady but kind of boring. It's been a long time since I really threw myself into something. Let's start the timer, because technically it's starting. That energy from my student days, totally gone. Until... Kiaroru. Oh, hey, you're finally awake. They didn't really give us a menu, did they? Come on, no more snoozing. A friend who went abroad chasing her dreams suddenly shows up out of nowhere. How did you even get into my place? Not even a heads up? When did you get back into the country? Nice chibis, nice environment. I wonder if this was created by the author. Yeah, just jump right in, no menu. Wow, you seriously need to wake up. This isn't your apartment. And I hope you're sitting down for this, because it's kinda a lot. I'm guessing that, you know, this window skin being a window with the minimize, maximize, and close buttons means either this is a computer game or this is like some application and we're doing some Doki Doki type stuff. Please, I've got nerves of steel. Want me to remind you of your wildest moments? Like losing your passport on airplane, leaving me locked out all night because you passed out, using nail glue to fix my glasses? At this point, nothing you do could surprise me anymore. You getting my side vibes? Yes, I played that one. I played and finished my side or me side. Okay, stop dragging me. Not everything was my fault. And if you put it together like that, this time it's actually not that crazy. It would be beyond expectations of the game menu is only at the end of the game. I guess so. I've become really reluctant to use beyond expectations for absolutely everything. Oh no, that was slightly surprising. What if the menu was upside down? Sorry. What if it did a big swirl? We just kind of, you know, traveled through dimensions. Oh wow, we're traveling through dimensions? That's all. Right, no biggie, just a little... Wait, what? Oh. Welcome to Christmatita, the world of the game we created together. Oh, this is really cute. Really cool. Who? The moment I saw her, I knew my peaceful life. Yeah, that's over for now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, here's the setting. Here's the menu. It doesn't really highlight as we move things around. I think this is okay. There we go. Always dash. Whoa, that's pretty wild. I find it funny how a lot of these are just like the same things. Save. Oh, that's save and load right there. Okay. Oh, no, that's load. Okay. You thought the MC was Harold, but it's actually Reed. That was beyond expectations. Christmatita is a location for a game called Philly that Kiaru and I made together. Oh, we're going this route, are we? What are we doing? Some beginner's guide type stuff? It followed our ridiculously good-looking but not so smart main character, Philly, who woke up with amnesia on a ship called Christmatita. Christmatita, all I know. Christmatita, and wait... is that Chiquitita? I don't know. I don't remember the full plot anymore. Just that the writing was super extra, the story went nowhere, and the game mechanics were a hot mess. Hey, this is an RPG Maker game, people. Yeah, this is a good description of an RPG Maker game. I don't remember the full plot. Writing was extra. Story went nowhere. Game mechanics were a hot mess. That's what we love to see in our RPG Maker games. Also, these 3D renderings are pretty great. We eventually scrapped it all. Even the name Christmatita got buried in a random folder on my desktop. Yeah, it sounds like we're beginners guiding it. Where's Coda? But now it seems like things are about to change. Okay, here's the deal. The game world is split into two parts. The main area is called the stage. That's where the players do their thing. Then there's the backstage, which is an exact copy of the stage, except different BGM and no players. It's where we hang out and when we're not doing plot stuff. Oh, and by the way, all the staff here, not human. They look human when they're playing a role, but otherwise, yeah, not people. But don't worry, I've already made friends with them. Everyone's pretty chill. Why are you acting like this is normal? You're way too calm. Chill out. That's because I got here 2 days before you. Oh, so Kiaroru has had time to actually adjust. Impressive, right? I've actually been pretty reliable all these times. Should be no E for no A after the E. It should be R-E-L. You're occasionally helpful, sure. Not occasionally, always. So, you found a way out of here, right? Question mark? Question mark? Uh, 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 uh. Ah, oh right, we're supposed to leave this. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I like that. Yes, like hello. Do you realize we had jobs to get back to? It's kind of funny. Oh wow, you can move around. That's pretty cool. It's like a side-scrolling thing. Wow, pretty cool. Oh, this is giving me side vibes. Oh hey, you're finally awake. What do you mean? Come on, no more snoozing. A friend who went abroad chasing her dreams suddenly shows up out of nowhere. How'd you even get into my place? Not even a heads up? When did you get back into the country? Wow, you seriously need to wake up. This isn't your apartment. And I hope you're sitting down for this, because it's kinda a lot. Please, I got nerves of steel. Want me to remind you of your wildest moments? Like losing your passport on an airplane? Leaving me locked out all night because you passed out? Using nail glue to... Wait, is this the intro? Okay, stop dragging me. Not everything was my fault. And if you put it together like that, this time it's actually not that crazy. We just kind of, you know, traveled through dimensions. We have heard this, right? Oh yeah, I think we've heard all of this. Wait, why did it take us back here? and the music's still going. New game. Oh no, there we go. Oh wait, no, it's the same thing. I don't know why it triggered the entire game again. Be nice if the music changed. Oh well, let's go to the door instead. You would find me, you built this whole cruise ship yourself, remember? Hey. Wait, hold on, if I built this place then... Yep, there's no exit. When you designed the game, you made sure players couldn't leave the map. I just remembered that, so it looks like we're stuck. Oops. Stop laughing. You're totally enjoying this, aren't you? What does that mean? What was that? Wait, the BGM changed. That means just like Kyoto said, the background music's different between the stage and backstage. So I'm on stage now? Seriously, no warning at all? What was the script again? Use your brain, Joyce. All I remember is that I was the leader of the adventure squad, and that Kyoto girl was the captain's daughter or something. Wait a sec, isn't this one of those test cubes I left behind? What's a test cube? Back when the story threads were getting way too long, I started dropping these little cubes everywhere. Okay. It helped me teleport between different scenes and keep track of the game data while building. Can't believe I forgot to delete them after testing. That's kind of wild. Just as I thought, this is a terrible game. In fact, I wouldn't even call it a game. Whoa, several things are playing at once. Can I click on these up here? It would be nice to have a, you know, a combination of click controls and being able to, you know, and the controls on my keyboard. Why is this it's kind of clipping outside? Seems like I can't leave here until the scene is over. What scene? Oh, I need to use this box then, I guess. No? Seems like... Okay, what scene? What scene needs to be over? I'm just interacting with everything I see. What's happened? I don't know what's happened. I don't know. I'm going to look up on the page already because I don't know how to progress. Okay, let's look on the page. Okay, people have got past where I'm at, so why am I like this? Oh, there's so much more. So how do I get stuck here? Okay, so I need to... I'll probably load an earlier... Yeah, load an earlier save. What scene? Oh, you click around. So actually, okay. So I would disable arrow keys to move, I feel. Oh, that's the test cube. You have to click it. Okay, so yeah, because you need to sort of ensure that people know you're supposed to use the mouse. I never got told I was supposed to use the mouse, so I never did. I mean, I guess I used the mouse for the menu, but I didn't think it had to be used. Can't use it now. What if players see me not here? Okay, so now it makes sense, okay? Why is there a coffee machine on? Is this a bug too? None of these make sense. Oh, Miss Joyce, care for a cup of coffee? You know my name? You can talk? I honestly don't know which of these I should be more shocked of at this moment. Don't think that much. Maybe all you need is a coffee. Okay, get a coffee. Must be crazy, but why not? Oh, okay. Drop the coffee. Coffee splash on her scarf. Great. Okay, the time is still going. I just tapped out. Now I know why that coffee machine is there. Who the heck wrote this ridiculous scene? Of course, who else could it be? And the one who made that noise is also obvious. Philly. Hey there, I'm Philly. This music is getting quite annoying. Oops, your scarf. Surely it was not because of the noise I just created. Unfortunately, that is exactly the reason why. And you really are how I remember you. Anyway, cut the small talk. I accept your apologies. 1p. What are you here for? If I remember correctly, I've not apologized yet, 1p. I know you to a point that I will not expect anything from you. You are impolite and lack of common sense. You lack common sense. After all, you're a flawed one-dimensional character. We were bad at making games. Maybe we still are now because we never completed any of our games. They are all tests. You're a creation from one of those tests, one of the first and worst. Guess I'm also at fault when it comes to creating you. You are so plain. You're doing a lot of monologuing at the moment. I'm trying to figure out how to connect. You could be so much better. Woo. Am I breaking into something? Is this some kind of play or a script you're rehearsing? I have to admit that line was a bit too offensive, but surely it's not about me, right? You're way too confident for someone who just spilled coffee all over me. Everyone says that. Shut it. Okay. I see you're one of the weirdos on this ship. Let's start easy then. What is your name? There's something about this track that is quite dissonant. And it's kind of putting me off. You may not know this, but as regular people, we make friends by exchanging names. I don't. Fine. It's meaningless to argue with you in the first place. My name is Joyce. Nice to meet you, Joyce. I'm sorry about your scarf. So if you need someone to rehearse your thing that you're doing, I'm up for it. That was not... He ran away already. He ran away. Can't believe I actually met him. My first ever character. I don't like him enough, but this is still a strange experience. It must be out of my mind. I need to leave this place. Now. Okay. Grilling on a ship, and I guess that has its own special charm. Okay, oopsie. I clicked out of it accidentally. Oh, that little clicking thing represents the end of a scene. Guess I left the stage. My scarf is clean again. Feels better. Second floor right. This is Kester's room. He was the captain of our cruise ship. Of course he had the biggest room. Sadly it's locked, or I really want to see what's inside. Captain's drawer. It's opened already and there's a note hanging there. It's a development log. A bookmark is sticking out. It's a development log? Well, we already said that. Didn't know we had that. I don't remember we gave Kester a lot of plot. Okay, let's screenshot this. It's maybe it's important. Guess I was right. Now we have 1 out of 9 logs. So we keep them? Do we have to? I don't know. So you just have to get the 9 logs. A book called Travel. Looks like the owner never read it. A bookmark is sticking out. It's a development log. Another one. I normally don't like to touch other people's stuff, but this one is technically mine. Let's see what it says. Okay, let's screenshot this development log. Young vice captain experienced discrimination in his youth. After becoming wealthy, began to admire the rich and look down on the poor. His whole life was spent chasing wealth and status. I didn't really like Pada, to be honest. That's why we took him out from the later part of the story. Okay. This is Pada's room. He's a hard one. He's a hard to deal with one. Better not mess with him. And no, I'm not scared of him. I just don't like him. It would be nice even, you know, how you have the hover to see what you can, like, identify. Like, you can look at with a hourglass. You can also do the thing where if you're just going to walk somewhere, it'll show, like, a shoe. And then if you have, like, if you hover over a door, you could make it show a door as well, so you can see, oh, where do I walk, where do I go through a door. I know this because I've used a mouse system in RPG Maker that does this, so it'll be useful. A crown wearing bunny, flashy just like her owner. Kiaruru's room. She won't let me in unless I agree to play video games with her. Catch you there, how's everything? About Philly. I ran into Philly. So, isn't the character design rock solid? It's awful. There's literally nothing good about him aside from his face. Exactly, that is what makes it solid. Isn't this what we envisioned? He was our very first character. I thought you'd be more excited to see him. Okay, it seems like... Kiaruru's very excited to meet the creations, but we aren't as excited. So I like that. That's at least an establishment of a dynamic that starts to make me invested in what's happening. I think it's important to establish some sort of dynamic or context to sort of care about what the thing people are doing. I don't really know how I feel. Maybe a little excited, I guess. But I'd much prefer the versions we came up with later. Every time we updated him, he felt more like a real person. This story's just so bland and flat. And worse, I think I accidentally left one of the test cubes in there. That's what half-finished builds are like. Don't worry, players won't notice. And hey, without the story, the rest couldn't exist at all. Even if it's a janky mess, it was still our very first step. That's one thing I really like about this concept, is this idea of, oh, even a first step, even a first game, or a game is very personal to its creator. And there's this aspect of like trying to present your creation in front of people to be like, hey, this is a thing I made. But like in the end, the personal nature of it can be far more transcendent than anything that in any, you know, popular consumerist thing that you get from it. It's in the creation you find all the weirdness, and you find all, you know, the janky mess and the personal. So that even if you don't ever make a game that is, you know, palatable to the masses, you still have these little cute games that show something like about you and reveal something about you. And I think that's very special. It's different to, you know, there's putting something in front of the world for them to quote unquote consume, which can be very different indeed. A lot of nice, you know, there's a lot of nice visuals here, but for example, that room there, I don't know what it does, so I'm not sure if it does anything, you know. 3 huge apples. They might not seem that special on their own, but they work wonders in stewed pork or creamy mushroom chicken. Bag of chips. Who left it here? 1 bite won't hurt, right? I mean, we want more. I mean, let's get more bites. We really crowded a ton of assets just to fill out the scene back there. I mean, it's useful, but as long as you make some, you know, parts, you know, vital to the scene. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? This elevator can take me to the 2nd floor. Okay. This is guest's room. I think no one lives here now. There's a welcome note for future guests. Although it says guest room on the front page, it's actually a development log. Another one. Okay, so we've got... Let me screenshot this one. Okay, this one is Lamia. Hardworking, gentle, maid. Quiet and efficient, always puts in extra effort without asking for recognition. Nice, so these are just characters that we're building. Lamia was our maid. It was fun creating her twisted personality. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time. Development log added. You now have 3 out of 9. The thing is, I do think that while there's, you know, something to be had here, it does feel like, you know, how a normal personal game would feel like, which is quite just a collection of things, you know, and not very dramatically interesting. It would be fun to
make it dramatically interesting by adding more plot things to the plot as you gather these pages per se. Like, you know, oh, each page reveals something new. But as it is, it's sort of more, say, like an actual person's real personal thing, which, to be fair, it does have it has value to the people who made world like these, but at some point you also need to weaponize. If you want other people to enjoy it in the similar way that you enjoyed it, you sort of have to dramatize your own non-fictional life in a way that others will enjoy. And that would probably mean like adding stuff, you know, all that kind of thing. Travel, the owner never read it, I'm guessing because the owner never traveled. Just trying to find the pixels to click on. Remember this part, there was a specific quest that had players water this one, but the logic was too complicated with lots of follow-up elements. Remember, okay. See, it's sometimes hard to like pixel click some of these objects because it's just you have to be very, very particular about it. A crown-wearing bunny, flashy just like her owner. Looks like just the one I have in my room, just a little smaller. Kiaruru's room. She won't let me in unless I agree to play video games with her. Well, will you? Catch you there. How's everything? About Philly. Second floor left. How about here? Haven't we already been here? Oh, that's hard to interact with. How do you interact with that? Okay. Empty display stand. Okay. Display stand? I don't see one. This should be a storage room. Why is it locked? Even if it's off limits to the player, I should be able to still get in. I should ask Kiaruru. She probably has some extra clues. Okay. Yeah, let's go ask them. Locked door. Oh, that door. It seems to serve a different purpose in this world. I searched for a long time and never found any kind of key. I'm not even sure if I forgot to write that part of the story. All I found was my old ramblings, a pretty gem in gold. I already sold it. Otherwise, I couldn't have shown it to you. It was the biggest gem I've ever seen. Then why did you sell it? Well, I figured a raw gem wasn't of much use. Better to trade it for some clothes and purses. See, this outfit I'm wearing, I got that from a sale. Super cute, right? I still have some that's waiting to be opened. They're where Philly's room is. If you're interested, you can go take a look. Oh, and I even got you a leather jacket. I'll give it to you when it arrives. Something doesn't feel right. Do you even know what size I wear? Oh, is this a different Kiaruru? Well, yeah, so I bought it my size, but don't worry, we can both wear it. That just means you bought it for yourself. Yeah, I guess so. But where's the key? Well, we already have asked Kiaruru, and they didn't seem to have any real answer. This music is getting a little bit old quite quickly. Catch you there, how's everything? This I really don't know how. Okay, makes sense. Kiaruru's room. Okay, I guess Kiaruru didn't actually know how to get in. A lot of this is pixel hunting, and it's not my favorite type of adventure gaming. It's just trying to find the one pixel that works. Let's go up and let's see what's up here. This is Master's room. He was the captain of our cruise ship. Of course he had the biggest room. Sadly it's locked. I really want to see what's inside. Captain's drawer, it's opened already. There's a note hanging. It's of a development lot. We already got this one. Oh, what about there? This used to be a book of EQ. I see a note here, maybe some words of wisdom. Never mind, it's just development log. I thought all those were lost. These they never really go away. Anyways, I'll collect that one. So we got a development log number 6. There's a character sheet for Linos, student male, bright, optimistic, a bit naive. Backstory, boy full of dreams, though clumsy, he never gives up on what he wants. Oh, it's for Linos. I guess that's no surprise. He really admired Captain Kester in this version of the story. Okay. We got the 4 out of 9. It is basically just a collecting, collecting game. It's fine. It's just sometimes the exact pixels are hard to find. Okay, what about here? Growing beautifully. I wonder if they're watered today. Say they don't have a watering can. Okay. Feel the sea breeze standing there. At night, the sky is full of stars without anything blocking the view. A cute little stuffed bear. It keeps me company every night as I fall asleep. Picture of myself. I see a sticky note there. The thing wasn't there when I created the game. It's just a development log. Joyce, female. Anti-elitist but warm and genuine once she gets close to someone. Head of the expedition team. Backstory. After brothers ran away from home, she became a rapper. Oh, sorry, she's not a rapper, a ranger, searching for them, though they refused to go home with her. Anti-elitism, that's a funny word. The University Joyce must have enjoyed it a lot. Thought I'd feel a little awkward when I see these, but instead I feel happy. I do miss those days. And now 5 out of 9. Not very big, but super cozy. Gives us a strong sense of safety. Makes me want to dive right in. Okay. Inside the green cabinet, red blankets, my 2 favorite colors. Okay. Growing beautifully. I wonder if they're watered today. Oh yeah, we already did that one. Okay, I just wonder now, like, where's the next place to go? Man, there's a lot of, this music is getting a bit old. Okay, I don't know where to go. I'm kind of lost. Oh, a development log, a new one. Okay. Godric. Melancholic and unrealistic. Role sailor. He left his wife and child to join the ship. One day, he stopped receiving letters from him. Now he spends his days drunk, lost in the world of alcohol. Oh, whoopsies. Yeah, a rapper would be interesting. It would be very interesting indeed. Lamia was our maid. It was fun creating her twisted personality. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time. Well, that wasn't Lamia. That was Godric. Would you talk about Godric? And what's behind that? What's behind that character, that green thing? Oh, they're just blocking it something, aren't they? Because they want to block it. It's a self-portrait of Kiaruru. What does it mean? There's nothing on it. In this story, she plays the role of a captain's daughter, a seemingly gentle but inwardly wild drunkard. Instead of her picture has reference, I see a note here. It's a development log. Okay. Hey, here's the one for Kiaruru. Gender female. Charming and sociable. Captain's daughter and doctor is the ship's beloved star and little princess. Kiaruru appears to be easygoing, however, underneath that polished image, it's actually quite difficult to deal with. Oh, okay, so there's a bit of a strained relationship there. Game Kiaruru is quite different from real life Kiaruru. Same goes for me and in-game me. Not as brave, not as pretty, but the spirit and passion are the same. We're always loud and confident when it comes to becoming a better version of ourselves. Okay. While making this game, maybe we projected our hopes for the future onto these characters too. Okay, okay. 7 out of 9. There's just so many things to find, but I just haven't found the right pixel. Is the first floor where the cook Bologna, the maid Lamia, and the game's protagonist Fiddy all live. I haven't actually looked at all the signs. Let's see if there's any dev logs in any of these signs. Surely somewhere around here. Otherwise, this is just an empty map. No? Okay. Sure. Just checking all these spaces. First floor right. This is the first floor where the cooked bologna and the made lamia and the blah blah. Welcome in, Rosie. How are you? How you doing? How you going? Hopefully you're going swell. Really cramming a ton of assets, blah blah blah. Oh, it's a development log for Philly. Wow. Some of them I just missed. Okay, I think this might be almost all of them. Low emotional intelligence, socially awkward. Temporary hired as a repairman. Philly's the youngest son of a wealthy investor, but also being rebellious and struggled to fit in. I'm good about to sleep. If you feel like playing a fast food sim later, just message me, friend. Gonna wake up in like 7 to 8 hours. I think, Rosie, I might be having a family dinner tonight, so... But I might be awake later, like at like your midday or later, maybe? Like late night. What time will that be for you? Let me check. Let me double check. But it will be later on. Like I'm just using a time converter. That sounds lovely. Fia's gonna pay repo. Oh, okay. So yeah, repo will be good later. Yeah, I'll probably join for repo because there's a pile of boxes that I can't believe they put them all there. I didn't see anything I'm interested in vastly different. So yeah, I'll play repo then. Yeah, because earlier I don't think I'll be able to play because I got a family dinner. Found a watering can. Oh, we water some plants. Yeah, okay. But this is the... So we'll go water that plant, shall we? Where's that plant? This one. Wait, can I use the plant? Can I use the watering can? Oh, maybe that would... It was too hard to... It was too hard to water, they said. Okay, maybe it's still too hard to water. Empty display stand. I believe that's a vase. All good. Now I enjoy you evaluate these games. Yeah, just judging. You have a good rest, Rosie. You do your sleepy. I'm just going to evaluate. I've got a lot that I haven't got a lot that I have to do left. I've only got less than 10 games to go. So we are getting to the end of at least this part of it. Bag of chips, a baggie of chippies, a baggie of chippies, a baggie of chips, a baggie of chips. Me when I have a baggie of chippies. Me when I have a baggie of chippies. Yeah, but they might give me more. They might give me more to do, Aaron. We could possibly, because not all the judges are progressing at the same. Oh, we wanted this flower. That should do it for now. Wait, is a gem in here? This one's red. Can't help but serve some kind of purpose. Okay, that's a red gem that we've got out of that. Where do we put the red gem? I don't remember. I don't remember where to put the red gem. The red gem. Okay. Where did I put the red gem? Well, I'm gonna save first. Save here. Oh dang! Pastry being official. They happened to work this week too. Yeah, I mean, I'm glad to be a blessing, But like, yeah, at work it's a lot worse because if you work harder and you work faster, or even if you work outside of hours, then they'll go, oh, all of you can work at that rate now because there's one person, they were able to do it, so why can't you do it in that time? And it's just like, literally that person was either working really hard, got a lucky pace, and or they worked during the weekends when they shouldn't have. My boss definitely caught some attitude from me of it. True. As they should, as they should. Where do we put this gem? I want to know where to put this gem. This is pretty cool. I mean, can someone change the music? That's one of my only things. I know for me, you've so much more students, so you can take on more for the teachers leaving. It's a similar principle, right? Let me pause to rant about capitalism. Because, yeah, because they were like, hey, you've done it in the past. You can do it again. But then you're like, I literally stretched myself to my limit last time. And and they're like, yeah, like the job you're doing that we told you to do. But it's like, no, you've been stretched to capacity. And then it's like, but someone else did it, or you did it before, you can do it again, you know? And it's just that it's based on the expectation thing. That's why I kind of try to it's counterintuitive because I try to discourage people from doing too many hours, because then it makes the expectations higher for everyone else. You're so mad. Everyone else got 5 to 6 new kids. Oh, you got 23. Yeah. I've heard. Did this happen before? Great, perhaps, because I think I've heard that before. I think I've heard that from you before. Well, was it you or was it someone else? Maybe it's just a teacher thing. And still have one hole empty. That means I need 2 gems. Right, 2 producers, 2 gems, a secret door. All makes sense. Got to find Kiaroru. Okay, so the gem went in the door. I don't remember them saying that the gem was required. I found the key. You did quickly? Where did you find it? What gem you had, remember? That's the key. You have to get it back. That gem or the gems, there are the 2 of them. They probably stand for you and me. Oops, I have to keep the timer going. They are the keys to opening that mysterious door. There's another teacher last year or the year before who complained, pause, about not having enough time, so they gave me half for students, but at least there wasn't 5 days before the deadline. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, 5 days before deadline is like, yeah, you're just kind of doing emergency stuff that's just non-sustainable, but yeah, that sucks. Sorry, that sucks. I should actually, that sucks. Anyway. I shouldn't say that in weird ways. That's great news. Now I just need to buy it back from the merchant. You have the money for it? I thought you spent it all. You did, right? Stay calm. Don't give up yet. I'll think of something soon, I swear. You better think fast. You were the writer here. There's got to be a way. I can't stuck here together forever. Sorry. Why so hurry? That door may not even be the exit. I mean, it might be, though. It's our only chance. And don't just throw it all on me. You think of something, too. Okay, Kiaroru, okay, we got a gem. Let's just figure this out together, okay? Sure, I was the writer, but you're the programmer. The testing cube thingy you made, doesn't it have any special use? Now you mention it, I do remember it had a teleport function. Then we're saved. Remember that tavern map we designed ages ago? I'm pretty sure that merchant who bought my gem is there right now. Next time you're on stage, use that cube to teleport and find her. Okay, but what about the money? You can't haggle if you don't meet her first, right? From what I recall, your upcoming scenes are all solo. That means I can't come with you, but I believe in you. Here, take what I've got left. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. Yeah, you want to put a giant bow on your door? Yeah. If it comes to it, just charm her. Say we're childhood friends or something. Anyway, our fate is resting on your shoulders now. Don't let us down. I'd rather not have that kind of pressure at all. Yeah. Well, the structure makes sense. Maybe. I didn't have to walk all the way back there? Okay. Still not quite used to this dizzy teleportation thing, but here I am back again. There's the cube. And there's Philly. As expected. I got this. As long as I could send him off to somewhere, I should be able to use the cube. Maybe at Quest will do it. Hi, Philly. Hey, Joyce. You're already here, huh? Did I look strangely too happy to see him? Had to keep in mind our last encounter wasn't that pleasant at all. I'm trying to make myself coffee. That's all. I don't think that's why. Don't tell me. You could sense my overwhelming charm from afar. Didn't feel any charm, just a whole lot of nonsense drifting in the wind. What was I expecting from you? My bad, cut the small talk. What do you want? Well, I was wondering, do you have any clues about my memories? I mean, walking around with complete amnesia isn't exactly ideal. Oh, there's a character. Here it comes. Of course I can help you, but only if you make me a new scarf. What? But I don't even know how to knit. And this isn't just any scarf. I want a premium scarf. First you need to find someone selling seeds, then grow high-grade cotton, spin it into a yarn, and knit it into a scarf. Got it? That sounds way too complicated. That's the idea. Huh? I mean, if you do all that, I'll tell you everything I know. Alright, then I'll give it a try. Just promise me this is the last quest you'll give me before telling me everything. If you come back too late, I may change my mind. What? He's gone. Perfect. Now I can bargain with the merchant without interruptions. Better head to the tavern before he comes back. Yeah, let's go. Oops. Still a little nervous. Well, this thing broke already. Okay. Count to 3. 1, 2, 7. I'm here. It'd be nice if the music changed. I'm just gonna say, it'd be nice if the music changed. It just is the same thing. And there are some off notes in this BGM. Now let's get on it. Let's save. Exclusive design. No tricks, no scams. Want to buy one? Wait, why is it you? You end up in my game too? Please don't just go around making up connections. I have no idea what you're talking about. You don't recognize me? It's me, your aunt. I used to hold you when you were a baby. Don't try to take advantage of me. And no, I still won't give you a discount. I knew this trick wouldn't work. Alright, fine. Let me take a look at what you've got. Now we're talking. Everything here is hand designed by me. You won't find this stuff anywhere else. Like this evil little bat, for instance. 3,000? Handcrafted, obviously. And this one, the King of Men's sword. 5,000? Poured my heart and soul into it. And this one, a DVD box set of all the King's Men. But still, all inspired by trending characters, by the way. Wait, hold on. Is this that vampire character I like? Actually, the expression does look like him. If I think about it, maybe the price isn't that bad. It's pretty well made. No, snap out of it, Joyce. These are way too overpriced compared to the others. Oh, those were custom commissions from Kiaroru. I accidentally made extras, but she said it went over her budget, so I kept the leftovers. They're all merch from our little theater, but with a small production like this, no fan base means no buyers. And how come none of those leftovers include the Kiaroru doll? As she said, as long as she doesn't buy the Joyce dolls, she will have more budget for extra Kiaroru ones. Knew it. That leather jacket wasn't for me after all. What leather jacket? Forget it, doesn't matter. I've got something more important to deal with. I will say the dialogue in general. I like the ideas and the concepts of the story. There is a lot of dialogue back and forth about some simple sort of stuff. And it doesn't strike me as very efficient dialogue back and forth, so that's maybe why I'm not so gripped by it. It could be you can reveal several things in one sentence, but anyway, I just feel like it might be a little slight. That's just sort of foreshadowing some feedback I have, but at least the concept is there and the story is there overall. This song is honestly driving me a little bit nuts because it's got a lot of notes that are out of the scale. Forget it, doesn't matter. I've got something more important to deal with. I'm actually here for a gemstone, the golden one Kiaroru sold you. Can you return it to me? Return it? Not a chance. I already made plans to turn it into a necklace. Please, it's important for me. If you beg me, I might consider it. I'm super into pony cards right now. If you play with me, you can earn store points for the things I sell. Oh, we're gonna play games for money? Pony card, what is that? Pink pony card? It's easy. The pony game is a fun and fast-paced card game where you try and make your pony run faster than your opponent's pony. At the start, both players draw 4 carrot cards which can help their pony go faster or slow the other pony. You can use as many cards as you want in each round, but remember, cards are only drawn one time. Man, this track is just sending me up the wall. I'm not gonna lie, this track is really annoying. It does not within the scale. The notes are not within the scale. It's doing the thing. It's just like, you know, a kid is playing notes like dun 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 all over the piano. I'm a piano player. I'm sorry. I have to note. It's just like I would tell the kid to stop playing the piano. I'd ask the parent to stop the kid from bashing the notes on the piano, because there's maybe several tracks playing at once or something like that, but they're clashing, and it send me up the wall. But I must keep playing. I can't turn it off because I have to judge the game based on what's in it. Whoever wins 2 rounds first wins the match. See, there was the track for the mansion, which was fine because everything in that track, the notes were all in the correct scale. This track, this one here, pretend I redeem your Titanic flute, but I'm not going to do so for the sake of return. Redeem it, redeem that. It might make it might make the music better. Even though 3 tracks, 3 tracks sometimes sounds better than 2. I'm already happier. All right. It's brutal, maybe that was a little brutal, but it's just this is just the one track. It's not a fun track to listen to. It isn't. There's one track. The other one when you're going around the mansion was yes, how harsh I am. I'm just like Nova. Before the game starts, you can be sorry. Yeah, the track is getting me. Looney says, welcome. Hey, Looney says, how's it going? Doesn't sound pretty easy, but there's no such thing as a free lunch. Smart. This game actually has another name, the cheating game. If the rule ends there, there'll be a regular card game. How you doing, Looney? It's good to see you. You play against me. You can't see what cards I used. Okay. Depending on the result, I may choose to cheat. If I do cheat, I will say that I won the round. But if you think I cheated, you can call me out. If you're right, you win automatically. If you're wrong, you lose automatically. That's not fair. If someone's poor, you wouldn't say that. Do you want to gem? Yes, I do. Well, looks like I got no choice. It's skill my money changed to points now. All in. That's brave. Never mind, you only have $500 now, so that's 500 points. Blame Kiroru. Okay. Solve your private... See, and also this dialogue, it's just too long. Too long. Make it shorter. Make it shorter. In this particular case, especially considering the complexity. I might be being a bit harsh, but it's because of the music that is driving me up the wall that's making me make complaints a bit quicker. I'm just kind of like, can this dialogue finish? Solve your private business elsewhere. Just a reminder, blah, blah, blah. I've been meaning to go hiking and need someone to watch the shop, and I don't think you can escape by going on to another stage. Even if you leave for a bit, you always come back. After all, honest traders and merchants, true paths to being rich. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay, we save. I want to play some mini games, I think it is. I'm ready. Okay. Oh, wait, what is this? Ready to go for a round? Ready for a game. Great, that's exactly what I'm waiting for. How many points? It doesn't tell me how many points I have, but 200 then. How much multiplier do you wish to go for? Oh, don't tell me it plays during the minigame as well. No. Sorry, I am muting this. Muting. Oh. Big sigh of relief. Isn't that better? Isn't that much better? Okay. Oh my goodness. I felt like I was going insane. All right. Good. Okay. Do you want... Now I'm in a better mind space. Do you want to double your multiplier? Can you play it again so I can hear it? Sure. Isn't that great? So yeah, that's that's it is. I actually do think it's 2 tracks at once. I think that's what's happening. Sorry. Yeah, it sounds like a horror. I think actually it might be intentionally a horror soundtrack, but that's not how you do it, okay? I'm gonna give this game another couple minutes because I was just being an egghead. When it was quiet, it didn't bother me so much. Yeah, it's naturally louder for me than it is for you. That's how I kind of do it so you can hear what I'm saying. But yeah, do you want to double your multiplier? I guess.
How does this work? What do I do? What did I do? What did I do? Oh, opponents. Oh wait. Okay. Okay. Why is it using a combination of clicking and pony speed +2? Oh, okay. This round, speed -1, speed +3. I'd like to use that, thank you. Yeah. Speed -1? I mean, yeah, let's use everything, right? Why can't we just use everything? Surely. End turn. Pony in game. We win. I don't know how we won. Oh, there's several races. Okay, I get it. I get it. Undertone of dread with the dissonance. We win. Yeah. Already wins twice. No need. Win. Congrats. Your previous point is 200. Why does it all of a sudden look like default? Default. No visuals. Congrats. You won 200 times 2 points. Your current point is 600. Yeah, I think there should be some visuals there, like this. I want to see what you sell. I have 600. The golden gem, the very special gem, 10,000 points. Okay, let's turn that music off. Let's turn some soothing music on while we try and win these 10,000 points. I don't know how I'm gonna do it though. How many points do I have now? 600. I need 10,000. I don't know how to do the horse speeding one. I'm ready for a game. How many points? I mean, yeah, we should bet the big kit and caboodle, right? Oh wait, we should bet all 600, right? Okay. Actually, not yet. Let's save. Wait, why do they have the save now? We can't save? Oh my. So we're just supposed to... Yeah, I want to go back. But we don't have the gym. Ready to go for a round? Okay, I'm ready for a game. Why don't they just... Okay, multiply a 32 then. Why not, right? 600. What's 600 times 32? Do you want to double your multiplier? Yes. How do I know how much their speed is and how much mine is? I don't know how to play this game. We'll just use this one, I guess. We'll make our speed 2, end turn. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to play this. Welcome in, B. Gillis. How you doing? Pony game tie? Why is it a tie, and what do I use and how? Yours, I think, is what shows in the top left, and which one is theirs? And how can I know? It doesn't show their side, so how do I strategize? Do I just pick cards at random, hoping that I'll win? Yeah, I think it is. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel very raged out. Get lucky, I guess. Yeah, but I don't know what kind of lucky I need. Anyway. Yeah, I guess it's get lucky, but I don't know what the strategy is here. I don't know any sort of strategy I'm supposed to use here. Guess I just use all my cards. Win. Well, we have 39,000 now. I don't know how that happened. I don't know why we only needed to use win 2 rounds when it was like a 32 times bet, and I don't know. Let's see what you have to sell. Golden gem. Very special gem. Yes, we'll buy it for 10,000. I'm just glad I didn't have to do more of that game. Finally bought it back, but I will always be here if you'd like to play another round. I would not. Okay. Send me back already. Send me back. Yes, please. Okay, let's put the game audio back on. I'm back. That was not easy at all. Finally got it. So now you can help me, right? Alright. You're impossible to say no to. But telling you the truth isn't that easy for me. Give me a little time to prepare myself. Come find me again later. You'll not fool me, will you? Of course not. Okay then, I'll come back in a minute. Minigames are cool, but need to make them intuitive if you're not going to have the rules spelled out.
Yeah, and I just don't think that was a mini game that had skill to do with it, because there was no way to, you know, confirm what your opponent would be able to do. Get prepared quickly. I shall never see you again. Bye bye. Let me get this straight. The visuals are nice. And see, this track, I'll even up this track here is nice. See, that track's a lot nicer. Everything is generally in the same key. We got the golden gem. Yippee. Wow, did it work? Who do you think I am? Of all these myths you created, I still managed to find us a way home. That's amazing. Then let's get going. Yippee! We are here, finally. I knew we were going home, but I didn't expect to go to this home. This is the apartment I lived in for 5 years. It's also where Keanu and I have created the story of Philly. Oh, that's quite sweet. But why are we here? Why are we here? This is my room, and right across is Joyce's room. No one's interested in that. What? Why would you shut her down like that? There will be someone interested in it one day. We came up with tons of great plots here. Where's the greatness in that? It's in every step we took. I agree with Kyoto, actually. At the end of this, the little cute games that you made matter the most to you, rather than me, a judge, or anyone else here. So I might have been like, annoyed at the music, rah, 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 mini games, rah. But if it means something to you, you keep it in there. You do what you like. I'm just a judge for a game jam. What, you know, I'm just an outward opinion, but does my opinion matter? You get to decide that. This is a personal game to you. The art is very cute. I agree. By the way, last time when we invited someone for a test, we did it here. Supposed to be a 5-minute plot, but she ended up playing for almost an hour. She was super serious. Let's thank her. She was our first player. Pretty nice that they're going back and sort of looking through their past. Yeah. There's a new wall here. Looks like some ideas came up with back then. If you make a game to do what everyone tells you to do, you'll make an unholy mess. And I just think that make games for your own enjoyment, you know, and then like choose the people that you want to enjoy it, and if they enjoy it, then you get enjoyment from them. But you can't please everyone, you know. I'm just a judge. Like, if I'm not the type of player that is your audience, then you can just be like, hey, you weren't in the memo, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, you know, or never finish. Yeah, I mean, that's also a thing. You don't have to release it. I've got plenty of unreleased games. How are you feeling right now about this game? It's actually not so bad, right? You're right. And I like that they get to decide that together. This is a good story in the message of finding your own personal expression of video game together. And art together. And valuing. Because you see, this person here, they valued the expression all along. This person was like, I don't like what we did. I think it was boring. I think it was buggy. I think it was this. I think it was that. And then, like, over time, this person convinces this person over here, actually, don't you think that this was good? Don't you think that it was worth all the time that we spent? The game itself is plain and boring. My comment there is still the same. But the time we invested in it makes it special. Absolutely. I have this saying that I say pretty much at the end of every review. I got it from a person named Film Crit Hulk. They talked about saying every film is a gift. They're talking about films, and I think every piece of art is a gift, and that's why I say every game is a gift, because at the end of the day, it's something that people put time and effort into and gave to the world. And at its core, even if I have annoyances with, you know, certain musical tracks or mini games, at the end of the day, it is a gift, and I appreciate it for what it is. It is a gift. And the act of judging gifts is an act of violence, but the people have signed up to be, I shouldn't use the word flagellated. That's not the right term, but it's true, I guess. It was never finished. It gave birth to many more interesting ideas. Time is a gift. You can give it to others through your labor and creations. Yes, yes. That's why I try to consider every game a gift, because that's what it is. I'll give this game one more minute to wrap up because I've been rambling a little. It was never finished, but it gave birth to many more interesting ideas. Exactly, because expressing yourself through a piece of art is also a step to more things. There's actually a very important message in this game. I couldn't see it in a way I did before, but now I can again. This is my story. It's our story. It's very cute. Ah, you scared me. What happened? I suddenly thought of a way to get out of here. Really? We just need to finish this, right? The story you put up. Oh, they're finishing their story. Nice. It does make sense. Either way, it doesn't hurt to try. Yeah, it's getting over this fear of continuing, I suppose. Do you still remember what story you were trying to tell? That's funny. I don't remember at all. It's so relatable when you go back to your old projects and you're like, I don't know what I was doing. That's all right, because I already thought of a perfect plan. Isn't this the best adventure you've ever had? It said Avendia. We need to let him know too. Philly. So we need to let Philly know how it would create it. Interesting. It just sounds too wild for me. But do you have better ideas? Not really. I guess, why not? Yay, that means we have a deal. Let me send you to bring him over. I'll get prepared here. And I knew you got some superpower here. Why did you leave me to that merchant alone if you can do all this? Some magic only works once. Okay, so Kyoru. That's a nice example of a, hey, I have limited magic. I couldn't do everything, you know. Let's focus on Philly now. Sure, how do we bring him to the backstage? Well, I guess sometimes magic can be used twice. You. Call my name when you find him. Let's go find Philly. That was a bit slow. That was great. Joyce, I was just about to look for you. Are you ready? More than just ready. Kyoru. Can't be more ready. What was that? Welcome to backstage. Listen to me now. What I say next is about to blow your mind. Don't look down on me. I'm no regular man. I already made a scarf from scratch thanks to you. How could it be worse? You put it together like that, that's actually not that crazy. It's just, you know, you are a character from our game. Right, no biggie. Just a little... Wait, what? That actually felt really good. And don't panic, it's nothing. At the beginning, we never thought you'd become who you are now or what you'd be later on. I think, were we supposed to teleport to the other room? You start out just a random character from character generator with only one or two traits to your name, but over time you stepped out of the paper, becoming something real, someone full of life. There's something really perverse about this awesome monologue being delivered over this horrendous background song. Sure, you have flaws. Your story isn't smooth and your personality isn't especially unique. You might never become a character that everyone loves. But you're someone I love, not because you're perfectly designed, but because I once dreamed so much about you and spent so much time trying to shape who you were. Every step I took brought you closer to my world. Before coming back here, I hadn't opened your game file in a long time. There were too many unfinished parts that overwhelmed me. Lockerleon said, after watching so many games from this game being streamed from various judges, what nice message this game is trying to share. Exactly, Lockerleon, I do. Just change the song, please. Please, different song. I might even just change the song myself. I'm so sorry. I'm helping. Look, here's my pitch. I'm helping contribute to the beautiful work that is happening here. Between these two, I'm also contributing to this lovely gift by adding some music of my own in this beautiful symphony. You know, I guess ... I'll add a couple minutes. You know, and I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be good. So here we go. I was even haunted by the thought that I couldn't tell your story well. I like you so much, to a point that I want everyone to see how good you are. But I forgot that when I first created you, this slightly clueless, flawed version of you, you made me really happy. I think it's time to bring that happiness back. I'm glad to know you. Whoa, my voice is really loud. I apologize. I need to bring it down. All versions of you. I never regretted creating you. Thank you. Nice to meet you. I knew you'd like me. Tell me more about it. Can we go back to the other place? I thought we were supposed to teleport to the other place. Maybe we didn't. Oh, hey, you're waiting here already. Joyce, Philly, you two must have shared all the good things about me. Not necessarily. All she said were the bad ones. Hey, you actually believe what we said? I think I'm in the position to believe both of you are not reliable. See someone who hid her magic all this time? Don't ask. Kyotoru has the reason, as always. Okay, now we are ready to go inside. I can't wait to show Philly where we created him. We are ready. Come on in now. Okay, I will use the original music now because... Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. This is a great choice. Great choice of track. Welcome to our very special room. The place where you're born, Philly. So this is it? So ordinary. I wouldn't say that. It's where all the imaginations first came about. We did a lot of interesting things here. You grew quickly here. We think about how we can improve your story and personality, even when we're doing the smallest activities. Although your personality changed drastically over time, we still remember you from where you were, when it was all just a small idea. Oh, sorry, that the time is still going. I just tabbed out. Exactly. Now you two are on the same team. I like the idea. I'm the special one born in the most ordinary place. I sort of agree with that too. Oh, hey, look at here. This is something new. It seems to be a letter. You did not see it previously? It wasn't here. Joyce, do you want to read it for us? It's probably just another one of those development logs we kept. Still sounds pretty meaningful to me. I'll be honest, I've been rambling all throughout this, and I have added minutes, but I'll just add 3 more minutes because I think I would have spent more time. And I think this is around the hour mark, so I think it's fine. To Joyce and Kyotoru, making a game isn't easy, is it? But you've already done such a great job. Fully is a truly charming game. What started as something for our own enjoyment has grown into a full story filled with life and heart. It's your love for the characters that gave them a soul. We look forward to the day we can officially play Philly, and to that moment that quiet, growing boy finally steps into the spotlight from everybody who's waiting for Philly. Didn't you say this was some unknown little game? But look at all those signatures down there. Seems like quite a few people were wanting to play it already. Of course, our game is unstoppable. Thanks to everyone's support that we can chase our dreams so boldly. Even if the idea isn't perfect, we know it's being sincerely looked forward to. To me, to Joyce, to Philly, to all the characters we created, and to all our friends and family, we are already above and beyond. Okay, all right. I got the idea. I already knew it was beyond expectations. I already got that idea. But yeah, okay, I understand. But yeah, the creative journey may not always be passionate, but it's never lonely. Who wrote this letter, I wonder? Must be one of our most devoted players. Benny makes games. What if we never finish it? What if we're stuck here forever? That wouldn't be so bad either. At least we tried our best for it. Had to make sure they got one in there. Yeah, they looked to the camera and said, beyond expectations. To be fair, I would have understood the theme of beyond expectations even if you hadn't said the words. So I'm just saying that. It doesn't mark you down per se, but it doesn't mark you up either. Hey, that's not okay. Can you not interrupt during the touching moment? At the pace we're going, even if the game does get released, you won't be the same person you are now. It's fine. As the protagonist, I have to say this. You will succeed. You'll definitely create a game even more amazing than this world. Finally, something nice out of your mouth? So what do you say? Does another loyal player want to sign their name? Oh, okay. Haha, there we go. Oh, we're signing our name. That's really cool. Me too, me too. You're so annoying. I prefer the next version of you. It'd be cool if we could actually sign some like online document or something. Hey, without me, there's no him. Blair. The end. Oh, that's very nice. Very cute. I love the message of this game. Be nice if it had a different title screen thing. I'm gonna just pause this and do my own music. Okay. Alrighty. What a game. To producer. Oh, like, to produce a game. So basically, this was better than Clear Obscure. Okay, so that was very perfectly timed, I suppose so. Yes, yeah, it was perfectly timed, wasn't it? Okay, these are my thoughts on To Producer. Like, I'll be honest. Yeah, sorry, I mean, I hope I'm honest. Let's start with the good things. By the way, okay, actually, here's the thing. I have to give a what's it called when you like preamble something? Disclaimer. Here's a disclaimer. I am judging for a game jam, so oof. I'm judging for a game jam, so I have to judge based on merit. I have to judge based on whether I feel something is up to par. So some of these things I might be harsh, and I did detect that there is some personal aspect to this game. I might be wrong, but I do think that this game is indeed, it's got a great message. It's very personal. So I just want to let the, author know I appreciate the message that you have. I like how heartfelt it is. And if I have any criticisms, I have praise for it, don't you worry, but I also have criticisms. So if any criticisms, please don't interpret this as a criticism of your message, but rather personal gripes I have with certain parts of the game's execution. Sometimes might be conceptual, but I don't think I have gripes with the central messaging of making a game about cherishing the game development process, which is one of the strongest points of your game. I love the spirit of your game, so I just wanted to have a special note here because I feel that this game is particularly quite wholesome, quite well intended, so I don't want to just come down and rain on the parade type thing, but I want to free myself to be expressive about what I liked and didn't like about the game, regardless of how amazing the message is. Does that make sense? It's just a message to free myself into being able to give honest feedback. All right. So this game, it sucks. No, sorry. No, it doesn't. It doesn't suck. It's good. It's a good game. It's a good game. Goodness me. All right. It's a generally good game all around. I like it. I was just kidding when I said it sucks. It doesn't suck. It's great. It's got great art. It's one thing I liked, and the portraits and the 3D environments are very interestingly implemented. The general theme is well thought out. It's structured in a good way overall, where this central theme of this beautiful thing that we make, these games, our art pieces, they are sort of just, they're very precious to us, So it's all about just trying to find these precious moments of collaboration and valuing the process over the end product oftentimes. So if we are in this game to write a letter to a producer of a game, it's saying, hey producer of content, or content is probably a weird way to put it, creations and art, value your process, value yourself in your process, let it be sweet, and let it be a process where you can actually find value in yourself, no matter what a Judge Benny of the RPG Maker Game Jam 2025 says about your entry. So that said, I do have criticisms, but I'll get to them in a sec. But I like the way that you walk around and you click on things. It was kind of confusing to me at first because I was using the keyboard and I didn't know you had to use the mouse. I didn't know it was a point and click game. And I do think that there's contextual things about hovering over objects that I said, if you hover over and you move, it could have a move icon. It does have an examine icon on things you could examine, but it could have like open door icon. So it just could be, and the area for examining each item could be a bit bigger. So it could just be a little bit more quality of life in terms of the point and click mechanics. Because sometimes I thought I was just like pixel hunting for the right thing, and I just think pixel hunting is one of the most annoying things about adventure games, so try to avoid that at all costs. Luckily, it wasn't too bad of pixel hunting, and I got generally most of it done, and I managed to finish the game, which means it has less pixel hunting than, say, a Sierra Adventure game or something like that. Now, it did end up being like, you know, Slender Man type, collect the production logs type thing and the characters that were in it and the sketches of the characters. Now, here's the thing. I don't know whether this is a non-fictional game. This might be based on real-life developers. So it might be these are the actual characters of the developers writing characters in the story. So I don't want to... But like, I made a note in there, like, but if these are fictional characters, then maybe the things that they picked up, the character portraits, could say something about themselves, and you could make the narrative a little bit more involved, about, say, something about the nature of creation or the nature of the things that we do through the characters themselves. Maybe there was a story in there that I didn't catch, but I didn't quite catch like an environmental story told through the characters themselves. Like, you can do the classic thing of, oh, the characters represent aspects of the real developers' real life, and really connect those dots. So while I was playing, I feel like the middle part I was not very interested in. The beginning and end were interesting. I feel like the end was actually the best part. The end drew it all together really nicely. Of course, I think the horse betting minigame, I just didn't understand it at all. And I got the sense that it was completely luck, and I didn't like that. But that could be part of the real-life developers' horse racing minigame, in which I feel bad if I were to criticize that. But if I were to criticize that without any knowledge of like some like true-to-life, gorgeous, you know, connecting story of a developer to another developer, which I don't want to insult, I would say that the horse minigame was just unnecessary and bad. I didn't understand it at all. But if it was the original way that they developed it and it was like that, then it might represent something really gorgeous. If so, maybe it would be better if that sort of aspect of it were communicated to the audience, if it were based on a real thing, because then the audience would be a bit more, they'd gain more from an inefficient, you know, implementation of a horse minigame. Like, you could even comment on it saying, well, that was what it was like, and like the character comments like, that horse minigame was bad or something like that, but it was what we made and that's why it's gorgeous, you know, something like that. Beagler says, Sierra Games, you forgot to grab a cartridge from an opening ship, now you're stuck. Yeah, something like that. So yeah, sequence breaking stuff and all that. So at least it wasn't anything like that. At least it was fairly simple, and I mean, the environments were kind of cute, were very cute, and the characters were cutely done. What else? But yeah, I just feel like a lot of the gameplay in the middle was rather drab, and I think there's certain things that made it a lot more difficult. Like, I did rag on the music choice. I haven't really gone too intense on one particular part of a game, ruining everything as part of a game jam before. But this one was particularly egregious to my mind, and I'm sorry if I overemphasized it, but it was doing my head in, because the scale... There's a thing in music called a scale, and it's a set of notes in which harmonies can happen and all this sort of stuff. And traditional, you know, there's different scales for different cultures and stuff, so I'm not saying that there's a mono culture of scales in which, you know, that you can't go between them or anything. There's such a thing, you know, as doing notes between the notes, for example, and I think that's especially different in, you know, non-white cultures and stuff like that. So it's like cultures all over the world are doing different types of music and different scales, but this one just felt very traditionally, even in context of the game itself. It didn't sound good in my opinion. So I just, that one track when you're outside and that on that stage, maybe it was supposed to be like horrific or something, but I think it just... it got to me to the point where I had to replace it, you know, in order to maintain sanity. And even so I think that's how I feel about the game in general. It has a great sentiment, it has a great spirit, it has it has a good heart, and it has a solid ending with a great message. Just a lot of the middle gameplay is quite repetitive, but you do explore in a, you know, it could be polished, everything could be polished just a little bit, but if that was part of the point of being, hey, this is our creation, we can appreciate it for what it is, maybe that point could have been hammered home a little harder as you're looking at things. You're like, hey, that this mechanic, it was created like this, maybe it shouldn't have been, or something like that. Yeah, I think I repeated the opening scene as well, so I think that was a bug. Like, I don't know if it was, but I thought it was part of the horror thing that they were doing, but no, it wasn't. It was just I repeated the intro scene by interacting with the wrong block, you know. Anyway, That's how I feel overall about the game. Thank you so much for making this awesome game. Every game is a gift, and particularly this game, it explored that central message of every game being a gift, because every game is a gift. All right, to produce, I'm gonna rate this game in terms of the 5 categories I've been given, which are theme, gameplay, engagement, presentation, and polish. I am not going to reveal my scores, but I'll reveal them later. I'm going to type notes down for each category as I write about it. First, starting with theme. The theme of Beyond Expectations was quite evident here. We had to deliver. Wait, what did we have to do? Oh. At the end, there was a mention of Beyond Expectations in terms of the amount of people waiting for the game to finish. And then we had to and then we added our signature to the global register of signatures. And I put in brackets, it would be cool if this was on an online function like a website. To add your signature to. Which would have really been beyond expectations. I think it would. Like if you had like at the end you're like, yay, I'm gonna sign, and you have a choice whether to sign or not, and then if you do want to sign, it sends you to a website to add your signature to a global list of signatures. And I think that would be like a very special way to be like, hey, this is a very you're adding yourself to the specialness of this game. I think that would have been amazing, but no. But even the idea of adding of in the story adding your signature to the list of signatures was quite surprising, and added to the idea that games in general are about exceeding our own expectations of what we think of ourselves. Yes, something like that. I just think it's good. Wrath of Wood, welcome in. How you doing? I'm at the end of judging this game to producer. I'm doing gameplay now. Gameplay, impressive point and click systems. I think they can be polished further. I didn't understand the balancing of the horse minigame. That's my general thoughts on that. Engagement. The beginning and end and general sentiment were very strong, but a lot in between could get repetitive as we just search for notes, devlogs. Yeah. Presentation. Overall, very impressive. Impressive. Great portraits and 3D environments pre-rendered. Your expectations were X'd this jam. I uploaded my playthrough of your game, Rolf. I hope you enjoy how much I laughed at the beginning of your game. I think I cracked up at your game more than any game jam game in the game jam. It was absolutely hilarious to me. It was amazing. It was also a bit too short, but for the jam itself. But you made it in one day, so. But I'm very happy. Overall, very impressive. Great portraits and 3D environments, pre-rendered, with overall decent music, except the one track that had conflicting scales in music, and it irritated me to no end, to the point where I had to switch it out because it was driving me up the wall. Your internet's been crazy, so you have stuff to catch up on. Yes, I literally just put it up today, so and I haven't posted it to any game pages, but you can look for it if you look for RPG Maker Cola on YouTube and then search your game name, and then it'll be there. So yeah, I think that's overall what it was. There was that music thing. And then I think for polish, I mostly very good, except I will dock points because in the start, if you interact with a certain compile, it will restart the intro. Yeah, just docking some minor points. Dock minor points. It didn't affect anything else about the game. It was relatively bugless. That's a good score. Thank you so much. The game is generally good, and I thank you for making this game. It has a great sentiment. I'm going to stop the recording. If I stop streaming, I'm sorry to my Twitch stream. That just happens sometimes. But yes, I'm going to stop my recording now. Bam. Every game's a gift.